For today's cup of coffee, we're going to be discussing a subject. I may have alluded to this, but I don't think I've really delved into it the way that I'm going to today. And this has to do with AI and the transhumanism. And what brought this on was my little cup of coffee that the comments were turned off. And I did contact YouTube, and youngest kid said don't expect an email back as to there was no reason why that the comments were turned off. I did multiple times go back and see if there was human error on my behalf. I don't even go and mess with those things. I mean, seriously, the time that I bumble into that part of my YouTube channel to set certain things, it's rare. And it's like then it's months in between. So anyhow, the only thing that I could figure out was because that we had shown a few snippets of the cartoon and that the AI picked up on that and somehow thought that it was for children. So that was an interesting thing. And in the description box, I always post the link to my BitChute channel. I wouldn't probably have even known, well, I probably would have at some point in time, but Joe had sent me a notification. He had made a comment on the previous day's cup of coffee, and he was the one that had let me know that the comments were turned off. Or, and that has affected me, for the rest of the day because, guys, you all are my community, and I really do care whether or not you're on the planet. And of course, you can always send me an email. That's cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. But it was just a very bizarre thing to me, and to not know why. I know I'm a micro mini channel, but it's, still, I think even if somebody's got one video, they deserve the reason why that their video's not playing. So yeah, go make sure that you always go over there to BitChute and watch that also, because the way things are going, I have looked at other platforms and stuff. Odyssey looks promising, but it's like being a micro mini. And I will tell you that the YouTube community is still better than the BitChute community. I do not know what is wrong with those people over there. For real, I don't. It's weird. It's just very, very odd. The ones on Odyssey, they don't seem to be too bad. But having to start up and do all this bunch of stuff. The huge content creators are doing all that, but I'm not. I'm not a huge content creator. But it did bother me. So that led me down this rabbit hole with the transhumanism, and then you're going to have lots of links in the description box. And that this is it says it's a philosophical movement, the proponents of which advocate and predict the enhancement of the human condition by developing and making widely available sophisticated technologies able to greatly enhance longevity, mood, and cognitive abilities. Now that's a nice way of saying no longer human. And going through here, just weird stuff. This thing exists, and you can go as far as looking at values, platform. There's a lot of stuff is going to be very similar to other parties that you're already aware of. This was interesting because this is one of the founders that says transhumanism is a class of philosophies of life that seek the continuation and acceleration of the evolution of intelligent life beyond its currently human form and human limitations by means of science and technology guided by life promoting principles and values. Yes, because this gentleman, any human, knows more than God, and that they're suggesting that something that man created, mankind who is fallible, and easily swayed knows more than the ultimate creator. Sounds like something I've heard before somewhere. We have this, that human-computer integration. And that integration is already well underway. And this thing of not wanting to wait. And they're like, oh, some people think that it's going to be some kind of dystopian nightmare. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? I mean, we know that computers get viruses, that they can be hacked. And this can be by kids. And now imagine if you've got something implanted in your body like this. Yeah. This was interesting. That you've already had a monkey that is playing virtual games using its mind by a chip that has been developed by Elon Musk. I do not want to believe that Elon Musk is a bad guy. There's just a part of me that really rejects that or wants to reject it. From what I have read, the reason that he was doing the brain chips was to help people who are paralyzed, that it can, give those neural links a way to function again. And I don't know if that is the monkey, but it is a monkey. But yeah, it's the chip that he's developed is called Neuralink. And then we have, I was familiar with this, that he has spoken out. He's been very vocal about speaking against AI. And, he's not a stupid man by any means. And so people need to pay attention to what he has to say. But there's a lot of disinformation about what he is saying because of this right here. This is interesting. I just learned about this going through these papers, or, these different articles. And I'm sorry, it's like anytime I video my laptop screen, you get that. What you're doing is getting a picture of the frequencies that's coming off the screen that most of us sit in front of, many hours a day, every day. So I think that's pretty interesting. And what do I believe the ultimate goal is? Right there. If you're not a Star Trek fan, you may not be aware of these beings, but they were called the Borg. And this is the Borg Queen. So, yeah, folks, perilous times. So, always be in deep prayer. That's our defense. If you've got supernatural paranormal experiences, UFO alien sightings, cryptoids, Bigfeets, all those good things, if you've had experiences with alternate realities with or without substances, send all those to me at cupofcoffeewithscream@gmail.com. And seriously, go over there to BitChute and subscribe to that. If the link to BitChute doesn't, if for some reason is not working, send me an email. And you all have a beautiful, blessed day.